$33,000. I was only asking 30. My brother's like, I don't know what to do. Ralph's like, I'm going to write a receipt to you that I paid you $3,000 for moving some dirt.
Well, good evening, football fans, and welcome to Wahoo High School for tonight's C1 Baseball Playoff Contest between the visiting DC West Falcons and your Wahoo there. Let's meet the lineups first for the Falcons. At defensive back number 7, Will Bergson. At defensive back number 9, Trey Olson. At defensive back number 13, Kellen Berlin. At linebacker number 19, Nolan Asher. At linebacker number 20, Barrett Heinrich. On the defensive line number 50, Caden Hoot. On the line number 51, Brody Walsh. At linebacker number 55, Ryan Murdoch. At linebacker number 75, Ian Gleason. On the line number 78, Trent Alexander. And at defensive back number 80, Cade Thiessen. Head coach of the Falcons is Mike Troy. And now the starting lineup for
All right, welcome everybody as we are at Warrior Stadium. It is DC West coming to visit as we have a tournament going on right now. Let's see, make sure you have... Turn you up there a little bit. There you go. John, right. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a great night to be a Warrior. What a better night for football. What is it, about 50 degrees or so? Nice chill in the air. It's hoodie weather. We got fall football playoffs. This is where it's at, Kelly.
Yep. Everybody here has a big stake at what happens next. So we have a bracket, and that it's going to be kind of a tough bracket to be able to get through this week, next week, and then if all the numbers work out, play again against Ashland Greenwood. Week number 3 to find out who gets to play Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, really a tough side of the bracket with Cozad and Boys Town playing to meet the winner of this game. And really, tonight's all about going 1-0. You know, you don't want to think too much about hotel reservations down in Lincoln, but everybody's got their eye on that really in the distance. But Cozad Boys Town, everybody will be watching that once this game gets over, and hopefully this turns out well. And we can think about the Cowboys or the Haymakers.
Yeah.
So it's a great night. And I think this team from DC West is coming off a huge run and a great end of their season. When the last time we met these guys, it was kind of a rough night. We put it on them pretty good. But they've rebounded, and they rallied behind Coach Troy and Coach Prawley and all the good guys over there at DC West. They're playing well. They rattled off 3 straight. They had to win out. And they beat a really pretty good Fort Calhoun team on senior night at Fort Calhoun. Winner get in, at Fort Calhoun. It affected their seeding a little bit, kind of shook up the East bracket. And really, they played their way in and did a great job and won a really close, hard-fought game right down to the last 20 seconds of the game.
Well, it all depends upon when you get hot. DC West has really shown their strength like you said, the last 3 games, they show what they're made of. Coming in, obviously, to Wahoo's home is always a challenge, and so that is what we're looking for. So it looks like DC West is going to be receiving the second half as they're about ready to kick off. And we have some football being played. And that is picked up down at the 10-yard line. And not really able to get very far across to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage there by DC West. The 2 guys on the left side of their formation really didn't get touched, and we had a return to our left, and they just ran it down. They had some good speed there, and we missed a blocker at the point of attack, because if Kip gets around that edge, as we saw last time, it can be one and done. But we're backed up a tad. We're on about the 16-yard line, so it's time to
So
time to move the ball here.
Wahoo's not used to having this type of field
Yeah.
position to start off with. Movement from the left to right side, 2 receivers on the right side, movement back over the other side. Handoff comes around the corner on the inside,
There we go.
and
There
is
we go,
able to
Kip.
get through some blockers.
There we go, Kip.
Cross midfield.
See ya.
And that is all she said right there.
Well, that's a one-play drive, ultimate efficiency right there. Unfortunately, it looks like one of the Falcons kind of came up lame chasing Kip. Otherwise, he kind of had a beat on him, but great run by Kip, and one-play 84-yard drives are just great. His yards per touch at the last game, he only had 4 carries with about 160 yards of rushing. And so he found the crease tonight and just, when he gets in the open, Kelly, it's hard to catch him.
Well, and we saw that all last game is that, you get the ball in one play, you get some pretty major movement.
Yeah.
And now we're ready for the point after.
Yep. And you start playoff games like this, you really want to get going quick, and it doesn't get much quicker than that.
No, that pretty much told the story, and half of the stadium got real quiet real quick. We're going to take a quick break and come back right after this on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. We are doing it all right here.
Launch into this school year with high-speed internet and great offers from Great Plains Communications. Fuel their learning with high speeds up to 1 gig, streaming video, and don't forget to add GPC-managed Wi-Fi for a seamless learning experience throughout your entire home. Contact us today to learn more and ask about our great back-to-school offers in your area, including free installation on any new service. Keep your kids connected, curious, and creative this school year with fast, reliable services from Great Plains Communications as you fuel their learning and your savings.
Welcome back to DC West versus Wahoo Public Schools as we have playoffs. Wahoo starting right away with receiving the football in a one-play touchdown.
Yeah, great counter right there. The boys up front got awesome down blocks on the right side, and off to the races for Kip.
So here comes the kickoff.
Ooh, short one.
It's on the ground, free ball, and able to.
Ball.
Oh, it's still free ball, and it is a Warrior football.
Oh boy, are they going to give it to him?
I think they should because
it never really got possessed completely.
No, it did not.
They're talking about it. He kind of went to the ground, but I don't know if the ball was completely possessed because it came out quick.
It did come out quick, so they're talking about it right now.
They're going to call
Let's
him
see what
down,
happens.
or they're going to give it to the Warriors. They're still having a chat about whether it's down. He did go down to the ground, but the question is, did the ball come out as he was going to the ground? One of those.
Yeah.
Did he take it to the ground? Because they're sure taking their time thinking about it.
Did the ground cause it, or did it just come out?
Because in high school, it's not like the pros where it can come out. They're calling him down. They must have said his knee was down or something. That was tough.
That was tough.
That could have been a huge play either way, really, at the beginning of this game like this. But, that's one of those. You go back and you watch film and you see kind of, hey.
What was that? Was that the right call?
But
but again, the officials.
It's a bang play. Yeah, it's really hard to see that live in full speed.
The officials can't use instant replay. They can't go back to our video feed and say, "Hey, what was that?"
Everyone at home is rewinding YouTube real quick and checking that out. I'm sure Coach Fox was having a discussion with them over there about that. But and what? Now we got a huge amount of yardage being walked off. What in the world? What? They're redoing the play? They're redoing the kickoff?
They're redoing the kickoff.
Oh, my
word.
That's wild.
They couldn't make a decision, so let's redo it.
They're saying, let's just jump it up.
Let's try it again.
Oh, boy.
That is...
I don't know if anybody wants this.
No.
Just give them the ball for Pete's sake, or give us the ball, but, oh, well. That's interesting.
So here comes the kick, and it's a full kick this time. Goes back. Tripping back in the backfield, but trying to find a room and getting up to
well, that really amounted to
the 19-yard line.
That amounted to pretty much nothing. But, hey, here we are. We're back. Now we're playing real football here. And
Okay, that one's going to be talked about.
This one counts, and the whole jump ball thing is really wild. You can't have a block and a charge. It's one of the two, to use a basketball term. You're one way or the other. But
so I wonder who wanted that.
They probably met, and half of them thought it looked like it might have come out. Half of them said, I really didn't see it. Or they all said, I really didn't see it.
For the Falcons coming around the near side and getting a few yards.
Yep. The real question will be, will this be incidental in the game? If they score on this drive, we could say, man, we should have had the ball right there.
Right.
Or but you never know. I mean, you gotta shake that off and move on, because we got pretty much the whole football game left to play. So
that gives them 2nd and 3 on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice little gain on that.
That was a good gain, 7-yard run coming around.
And it looks like we're staying with our 4 heavies like we did last time.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Quarterback rolling to the far side and
Pressured
holding on to it.
There we go. Big E and Harry running him down. Great job on the edge there.
Back to the line of scrimmage, so still 3rd and 3 on the 26-yard line. A lot of yards ran there for not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I got worried there for a second because it looked like they broke the edge there, but Eli did a great job of running down the line and just keeping him from moving forward, chasing him towards the sideline. He must have been good coverage downfield because he didn't throw it. And Harry came in there, and there was no place to go.
2 receivers on the near side. I don't see anybody on the far side. Snap comes back, looking to throw. Pass goes forward, gets caught, and it's first down and still on his feet at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they slipped a back out of the backfield there, and he just kind of snuck up the sideline, and they got the line to gain.
That was a nice 19-yard gain for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Again, going back to that first kickoff, everybody's going to be looking back at that one going,
yeah,
what happened there?
Yeah. But, you get to this time of year, really every play can make or break a lot of things. So we just got to buckle down and rise
There's
up
a high
to the next
snap,
one.
handed off to the far side.
There we go.
And taken down in the backfield. Broke a couple of tackles, getting back to basically the line of scrimmage.
There we go. And that puts us a little bit ahead of schedule there, being, you get that first down stop, and then you don't have that chance to churn it out, kind of akin to the Broken Bow game last year, where they'd always get 3 or 4 on the first down. Once we stopped them from getting that, then it put them off schedule a little bit, and then they were forced to go the whole 10 in 2 plays, essentially.
2nd and 10 on their own 45. 3 receivers on the near side. 1 back. High snap. Quarterback tucks in, runs to the far side, gets around the corner, and is able to get a couple yards and see where they spot him. And so still short of the first down, but so it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, a good play by the quarterback there, but if you're the defensive line coach, you're probably a little upset that we didn't have 2 guys to take care of the front half, so the quarterback. The edge guys take care of the outside shoulders, but when he cut up in the pocket and went forward, there should have been 2 of our bigs right there to at least misdirect him or slow him down, but they had went upfield pretty far.
So we have 2 receivers on the near side, 1 back.
Ooh.
Bobbled snap.
There we go.
And tied up in the backfield, so now we have 4th down and about 5 yards.
That's tough. This is this is a territory where you, especially in this situation with the matchup, you really don't expect them to punt, and if they do line up to punt, you better be ready for a fake.
That's right.
Because pretty much from here in is you just don't know. Plus, they got nothing to lose. They're kind of the underdog tonight, but they want to let it all hang out and empty the playbook. So
that's right.
Those guys up front and the guys playing at the second level better be ready for a fake.
So punt team is out. Snap goes back. Punt is up, and it is off to the far side, out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds. They don't want 32 handling that thing.
Nope.
So that's a good call. I wouldn't kick to him either. I wouldn't kick to either one of those guys, Sam or Kip. They're both pretty. They both have touchdowns on returns this year. Sam just had one last week, I believe.
Kick flies out of bounds. Warriors will have it. First and 10.
So good field position for the Warriors to kick this off here.
Yeah, 1st and 10 on their own 26.
I don't think we can expect a one-play drive anymore.
I
but
would
mean,
not imagine that
if we can
is gonna
churn out
happen.
some yards and try to keep, play some keep away and eat that clock down, try to burn up this first quarter with a nice long drive.
Exactly. So receiver coming to the near side, single back onto the right. Switch as we have the line switching to the far side.
Yep, it looks like DC West is shifting now to that motion. Come back with a counter the other way.
Bit of a slip. I wonder if there's some moisture on the field because both teams have seen some lack of grip on the field.
Well, we had that downpour the other day here. There was pretty heavy rain. We had
about 1.25 inches at my house, which is 5 miles from here. So
Yep. I had about the same amount. So, I mean, you got to think that field is pretty soggy. We haven't had a lot of sun to dry it out either.
Yeah, that's right. 2 receivers on the near side, nobody on the far side, nobody back. Stepping back to pass, and it is caught. And
nice catch by
nice
Foxy.
catch. Puts him down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, first down. Here we go. Nice catch by Josh Fox. Josh has really turned into a pretty good route running, good catch, first down, move the chains type of guy. I mean, he's had a couple touchdowns earlier in this season, and now he has become a main part of that rotation.
Single receiver on the short side.
There we go.
Hand up, right up the gut, and still churning.
There we go. That's a beautiful 5 yards right there.
6 yards.
They might want to blow the whistle at some point.
Yeah, they finally did blow the whistle, and so it looks like it's going to be about a 6-yard gain.
And that's Noah back there. Now you got some interesting stuff going because you got Noah and Kip both in the backfield with Caden Smart. So you've got your main kind of fullback type of guy and your 2 offensive weapons right there in the same backfield. So you can't really just game plan for which one go on the backside of 32 or 22.
3 receivers on the far side, nobody back. Movement from right to left. Set, and a quick screen pass off to the far side. He gets around the corner, and he is gone.
Touches.
Touchdown.
Touches right there.
And I'm just looking back, making sure there's no flags.
I'm not sure how many times Kip has touched the ball tonight, Kelly, but I'm pretty sure both times he's scored.
Yep.
That is wild. There used to be a guy that played here about 15 years ago. We called him Touches because we always wanted to get him touches. Josh Langmeyer, if you're listening, Josh Langmeyer fans. And we're like, we got to get that kid some touches.
Yeah.
He's explosive. This particular young man is quite explosive as well. So he's making the most of his opportunities, that's for sure.
5:29 left in the first quarter. Second point after attempt is ready. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good.
There we go.
So that is now 14-0 over the Falcons.
There we go. Great start.
The Warriors getting things done quickly. Falcons are going to want to do something to step in, but we will keep a close eye on all of that. But we're going to take a quick break as well and be back with more district football right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back as we have the Falcons taking on the Warriors right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. They don't know about commercial breaks.
There's no media timeouts up here, I guess.
Here comes the kickoff, and that is on its way back and all the way back to the 1 yard line.
Deep kick right there.
And then coming out, carrying it back out, and gets to the 16 or 17 yard line.
It's good coverage there by the Warriors. Looks like we got a handful of guys in on that. Nobody broke their lanes or everything, so there's really no place to run there.
The thing I'm looking at is making sure there's no yellow on the ground.
No yellow. The only yellow I see is
There's
somebody
a hoodie
on the far sideline with a yellow hoodie. So there you go.
You've got a good view of him right now. So.
Yeah, that might be Coach Hodges over there.
All right, the Falcons starting off on their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, single back. Looking to throw. It's a deep throw, and it is caught in midfield on his way. Cuts in and gets taken down all the way to the 27, 28-yard line. That was a massive play for the Falcons.
Yeah, they caught us. It looks like maybe we were in man, and the linebacker kind of got spun around a bit, and the safety came over and was able to slow him down in time to get the tackle. But good play by the Falcons there.
So definitely showing that they're here to play. DC West is, like you said earlier, they've been really hot the past several games.
Yeah, they're on a run right now.
They're on a run, and
they have confidence, and they're ready to go.
And going to state is on the line. So we have single receiver on the far side, receiver moving from the near side. Hands off, fake handoff, but going straight ahead. It was a quarterback on that one.
Yeah, a little deception there. They ran that jet sweep, kind of akin to some stuff that we like to do. You get that jet sweep action. Everybody thinks the guy in motion has the ball, but quarterback keeps it right up the middle.
So they've had a couple of first downs where they've been able to get like 7 yards. That's another one. So it's 2nd and 3. 1 back, receiver on the near side, 2 on the far side. Snap is high. Handoff. Oh,
it looks like we got some RPO going.
Throw goes over to the far side, and
yeah, that quarterback, it looks like he's putting the ball in the back's belly there and reading probably one of the linebackers to see,
can I actually let it go or should I pull it back?
Yeah,
so he's doing a great job of being able to have that deception and wait to that last second to be able to change his mind.
And those are hard plays to run because if you're a lineman blocking on that play, you're thinking run. And if you get downfield and he pulls it like that and throws it, if you're downfield at all, you'll get a flag for illegal man downfield.
That's right.
So that's a really fine line with that RPO offense.
Single receiver on the far side, movement from the near side to the far side. 1 back. High snap.
Here we go.
Gets down on it in that way.
All right.
Protecting the ball there.
That's a tough one.
That's a
tough break. If you're on offense, you're excited. You're 3rd and short, and now it's 4th and 15, so you're kind of in a bind. And this is another one of them spots. You're kind of in a tough spot to punt unless you want to really pin us deep and try to play field position, but you'll probably kick it into the end zone because you're so close, and it's too far for a field goal, so what the heck? Let's go for it. I mean, it's 4th and 16, but you're in Warrior territory. So
so they're on the 34-yard line. So what do? If they do, that's
a 51-yard
field goal.
Yeah.
So
there was a guy that kicked a 57 here about 15 years ago that went on to play it.
So they're going
Nebraska,
for it.
So it can happen, but you got to be pretty good leg.
Receiver on the near side, single back, going back to throw, and throw is on its way. It's up, and
wow, it looked like he might have came down with that.
They're calling no catch. Incomplete.
It looked like it looked like at one point that he came up with that. It was a good play, good throw. And
it was a good throw into heavy coverage, but if he wasn't able to come down and again, the umpires have a much better view than we do on some of these things.
Yeah, we're a long ways away from that play.
We're a long ways away, and there's a lot of bodies between us and that.
Yeah, that was on the Wahoo sideline right by the sticks. If he'd have caught that, it would have been a first down. I'm confident of that.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah, he had guys right there with him, so that would have been an amazing catch.
Single receiver on the near side for the Warriors. 1 back.
Here we go.
Showing some movement. Screen pass to the near side, but read quickly by the Falcons.
Yeah, short gain there.
Short gain, so only getting about 3 yards. So 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 on the 36-yard line.
Kip's batting average just went down on
that one.
Just went
way down.
You can't just
two out of 3, I guess.
You can't just have a 3-yard gain when you're averaging 70.
All right, they're showing the same procedure here as we have a single receiver on the short side. Rolling out, and the throw goes off the far side. And
is that a catch and a fumble, or is that an incomplete? Here we go, boys.
How are they going to show that? What are they going to do with that?
They're just walking back. Not a real definitive signal either way.
Exactly.
They just kind of turned and looked at each other and then started walking back to the offense.
I was like, what do we do?
I don't know if they're asking for some clarification on that, because it looked like he caught it, took a couple steps, and then it just came flying out.
Yeah, so 3rd and 8 for the Warriors.
Another one for the instant replay officials out there watching.
We could set that up. We can get those cameras out all over the place.
That'd be cool.
3 receivers on the far side, movement from the near side, far side, no back. Screen pass to the far side and gets past a blocker. First down, past midfield.
Oh, boy.
And out of bounds at the 30-yard line?
Just a good catch and run right there.
At the 40-yard line.
And that is tough when you get a guy like Kip running towards the sideline as he's catching the ball. So he's getting ready to build up to full speed, which is pretty much one step for him. And that's tough. He got the 10 and a little bit more.
And a little bit more. So
that was huge for the Warriors, though, because DC West was poised to make a stop right there. They were playing well.
From the 36 to the 39, so you're talking
that was good,
20-some yards. Play is on its way. Motion comes to the near side. Not able to get around the corner. Falcon come back.
Good play by that outside backer corner right there.
Able to take out in the backfield. So for a loss, 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that's tough because Landon can run. Landon's a runner, so
and
getting that edge sealed up is huge. Now in comes the power. We got, looks like we're going back to the diamond set here.
Yep, the diamond set with receiver on the short side. No movement, so here comes the snap. Hands off right away. Comes around the corner and hit with about
a decent gain there on 3rd
about
down.
A 6-yard gain, so that puts us 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6 is what they're saying.
So a manageable play, and once again, in pretty much everybody's mind here on the field, this is 2-down territory. So if you're calling the offense, you're thinking, I don't need all 6 right now. I just need a few because I know I have a 4th down to run.
Right.
So
just need to get close.
You don't have to take it all in one shot here, even though these kids out on the field are going to want to take it all.
Single back. 1 receiver on the short side, 3 receivers on the far side. Snap comes back. Throw is
it looked like a catch, and then the DC West kid came up with it. So are they giving it to DC West?
They gave it to DC West.
I guess so.
So that is an interception.
There you go. There's the signal. All right. Yeah, that was interesting. So it was one of those. Did both guys come down with it? But the DC West kid wrestled it away really quick. So
I think that's what happened. So it looked like they both had their hands on it when they came down, and DC West was able to hold on to it. So that's a turnover. That does not happen to the Warriors very often. Falcons doing a great job there. But they're starting off 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it's essentially a punt what just happened. So let's tighten up
2 receivers
defense.
On the near side, 1 on the far side, movement into the middle, and then we have handoff. And really not much movement there.
Not much going on up front there. We got them stopped right there at the line.
Closed all the gaps and didn't get really any gain.
That's probably going to wipe our quarter out here.
Yeah, 6 seconds left.
We're switching sides of the field here.
And the Falcons are coming off the field. So, yep, they're say let's go ahead and take the quarter and then be able to go from there. So, with that, we'll see if they actually take a full break before they start playing.
Yeah, there should be enough to play a commercial for Pete's sake.
Perhaps we'll try it and see what happens here. So, again, thank you to everybody and the sponsors for being a part of this. We'll be right back on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. We want to say thank you to Walford Excavating and Grading for being sponsors of DC West sports activities and the Booster Club. Walford Excavating and Grading, where they make dirt look good. And if you have dirt that needs to be improved, contact them at 402-699-2049.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are about ready to start the second quarter right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. Quarter number one showed the Warriors was able to take care of quite a bit of business with having 2 touchdowns, but the Falcons are showing some pretty good strength and a turnover as they had an interception right there leading into now the second quarter. So a handoff goes up the middle. And again, really not much for a gain, maybe 2 yards. So that puts 3rd and 2 deep in their own territory.
That would be the warm embrace of Eli Emerson right there. You're not going anywhere. And him and Luke did a good job in there, bunching things up. And once Eli gets his hands on you, you're pretty much done running around.
So 3rd and 8 on the 7-yard line. Falcons sending 2 receivers on the far side. Here's a snap, stepping back, looking to throw, and through to a lineman.
That was wild. What was that?
What in the world was that? And there are flags all over.
That's a flag that got dropped.
Yeah.
Now, who caught the ball? If that's a flag in the end zone, that's a safety.
Yeah,
but
that's a flag in the end zone.
I don't know where the penalty occurred. Who caught was that number 20 that caught the ball?
I think that was number 20.
So it's basically a screen pass, but if there was a holding call in the end zone, they're gonna clap their hands above their head there and call a safety, but I don't know where the penalty occurred because he threw the flag in the end zone.
Yeah.
Illegal touching
against the Falcons.
So it may. Oh,
and so there's a safety.
Oh, I know. So he threw that pass looked a little off. He threw it. It either bounced off a lineman or hit a helmet or something, and then number 20 grabbed it and kept running. But because it was illegal touching in the end zone, it becomes a penalty in the end zone, no different than holding or grounding like we had a few weeks ago, and it's a safety if you commit a penalty in the end zone.
Yep.
That's wild. This game is not boring at all. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on. There's yet another play to put on the highlight reel to say, what happened on that play?
Exactly.
Yeah, the folks out there watching YouTube, scroll that thing back.
Rewind back a little bit, kids, and
hit
be
that
able to see
30-second button a couple
what happened
times and
there because
see what we got.
That was.
I feel like I should have YouTube rolling up here in the booth while we're broadcasting, so I can
I can set that up there for you over there.
I should pull the old phone
put it up
out.
on your phone, yeah.
That would be interesting. I'm assuming that's what happened. It bounced off a shoulder pad or something because it almost looked like he was throwing the ball away, but it ended up in a receiver's hand somehow.
So then adding, obviously, insult to injury, then the Falcons having to kick off on their own 20-yard line after the safety.
What a crazy break right there. So many wild things have happened, really, to both teams tonight that
Here's the kick.
You just wonder what would happen if we had a normal football game here.
It's received and running into the mix and
Kipper.
getting through blockers and on the far side, staying on inbounds. Blake, another block
gosh.
All the way.
Wow. Oh, my
Did he go out of bounds on the far side? So they said he went out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
About the 5-yard line? 4-yard line?
I'm going to quote that guy from Fort Calhoun a few weeks ago on the PA that said, that Brigham's got some shake and bake. he hit the burners in the middle of that formation and just.
Yeah, that's the first and goal on the 4-yard line for the Falcons after that return.
This is a fun game right here, Kelly. What's going on here? This is crazy.
This is, what's going to be interesting is all of the other teams that are on this bracket, actually in Class C all across the state, they're going to be watching this going, what in the world are we dealing with?
What in the heck is going on? Yeah.
So no receivers. So now we have movement forward.
It's like we're going, here comes the direct
snap. Gets in movement and...
Yeah, they're short. I mean,
yeah,
that's a play that usually they run with maybe a yard or two to go.
So I think...
But the band started playing the fight song.
It's like, wait a second.
They started a little bit farther out than usually, and so they got her down close. But I would say there's something probably similar headed their way.
I think they're just trying to get... What, are they just trying to kill the clock right now? I don't know.
They're just taking their time.
They are.
Getting lined up right. And
direct snap off to the far side.
There's
and
Noah.
Pushes in for the touchdown.
Noah pounding that ball in there. He's got speed, that Noah Bodorski, he does.
He does.
And you add that with some blocking, and away we go.
So
he
now,
did throw. You know what? I just watched that play back. He threw that ball to the lineman.
Directly to the lineman.
Either that or the lineman turned around and saw the ball and just caught it and started running.
Okay.
Because he caught it. He caught it in the end zone and turned around and started running. That's the
penalty.
That's the penalty. Oh, my
Kick
gosh.
is up, and it is good. There you go. So that puts the Warriors ahead 23-0, and that's one of those things.
Here it is right here. I got the instant replay, which doesn't translate on radio, but the back was right there, but he threw it because Jake Scanlon was in his face, and he just threw it. It went to the big guy instead, and the back is going, hey, I'm supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
And he caught it right on the goal line, and I saw the official throw that flag on the goal line.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that's
so again. Here's the thing: is both teams know that everything is on the line right now, so you're going to do everything possible. You're going to battle through everything. You're going to throw it out the window just to get things accomplished.
Yeah. What can we do to try to get an edge tonight?
And then hopefully the calls go your way, right?
Yeah, there's been a bunch tonight that have went kind of wild, really. And I would say, I mean, if you're making tally marks, I would say the Falcons have got the benefit of a lot of close calls tonight. Now that safety wasn't a good one, but that was kind of there's really no getting around that.
Yeah, that was what it was. And here's the kickoff from the Warriors. Bounces and picked up.
Good coverage
immediately there. Covered and brought down out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So 14-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
Good coverage by Harry right there. And you know, special teams are important when you have varsity guys across the line on your kickoff team.
Yeah.
I mean, you are not going to give up a return. You're not going to give them any free yardage. You're not just going to sub a few young guys out there. You're going to put your best dudes out there on kickoff.
So Falcons coming out, two receivers on the far side, one receiver on the short side, one back. Snap comes back, looking to throw, comes to the middle. Good catch right there, and then instantly brought down at the 21-yard line, so a gain of 7.
There. Yeah.
So they've been doing really good at these first and 7-yard gains off the first.
Yeah.
It's capitalizing and going beyond that has been the challenge.
They're being productive, and it's just they would stub their toe or something crazy would happen. But they've got a lot of playmakers out there.
So if they string it together, then could be a different game coming up.
But watch out, yeah.
One back, receiver on the far side, nobody on the near side. Handoff comes in, finds a bit of a gap, and brought down at the 24-yard line.
Right there.
So it's very close.
Let's see if that.
So where did they mark it?
And they may. Oh, they're pulling it. Okay, so they're giving them the first down.
They gave them the first down. So right at the 25 yard line.
So a good start to their drive,
Yeah, so they're able to get a new set of downs.
Yeah, a nice throw to the out on the DC West sideline here, and a nice rush for about 3 or 4 yards.
All right, so now we have 3 receivers on the far side, one back. Snap comes back, looking to throw, but picks it up and comes to the near side and comes out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we gave up the edge there. We got inside a little bit, and there was nobody out there because the receivers were all ran off. So
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
These are all little things that even though you're 9-0, you're still working on little things every day, trying to get better because you're not perfect on every down. You're always trying to get better. And
single receivers on each side. We'll single back. Moving from the near to far side. Handoff and goes around the corner and tackled.
Good job there. Good job.
Really no
sealing that
gains.
edge. Yeah, they were trying to get to that edge and use some of that athleticism they've got. And as soon as we box that edge in, the center of our defense, which is really pretty stout, is right there pursuing.
So they gave them a yard gain, so it's 3rd and 6 on their own 29-yard line. Falcons looking to string another series together, get another first down. The Warriors, again, is looking to read and find where they're going.
Great opportunity here to stop a pretty successful drive so far for the Falcons.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 back. Quarterback looks back to throw and is caught, and that is a first down out of bounds on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, just a simple out route. He's not taking a lot of time back there. He's dropping back quick and letting it fire, and they run their routes well, and he throws it to the spot, and that's pretty tough to defend.
They actually put it on the 40.
It's tough to defend when a quick passing game is tricky.
Especially when you keep showing a lot of different looks and wild looks. You never know what they're going to do at this point in time. Like you said, everything's kind of thrown out the window for this game.
Yeah, they're in a quad set over here now. You got
all four
receivers on this side.
On this side.
Nice coverage right there by
good
Landon.
Coverage.
Wow. Right with their stud receiver, number 19 right there.
Yeah, step for step going down the sidelines on the far side. Able to break up that throw, so that's 2nd and 10.
Yep, the Falcons, they're trying to get us looking at this quad set over here and have single coverage on the backside. So they knew they had a man-to-man matchup, and with that big Asher kid over there, I believe that's his name, Asher, he's the guy that can go up over the top of people.
Right.
And he did the last time we played us. He made some great catches over the top of people. And it was great coverage by Landon right in his hip pocket.
Single receiver on the far side, 2 on the near side, 1 back. Handoff goes right up the middle. It bounces out to the near side and is just piled up on.
Yep. Short gain right there. Good job.
Actually, I don't think they got anywhere. It's back at the 40-yard line. So now, did they move him ahead one?
I don't know.
Well, it looks like they did give him a yard, but
there's a little bit of. There you go.
Like a half yard, but still 3rd and 9 on paper.
Yeah, so far the most productive drive the Falcons have had so far, and they converted on the last 3rd down. Let's see if they can convert on this down, and the Warriors are going to try to keep that from happening.
So 2 receivers on each side, 1 back. Snap comes back, quarterback steps back, and the throw looked like must have been hit.
Yeah, he had some pressure on him up the front there.
Fluttered off to the far side, and that is a 4th down. So 4th and 9, I believe that's the punt return, or the punting teams coming out.
Yep, pretty good chances they're punting right here. Kind of backed up in negative territory at the minus 40 there. So they're going to try to flip the field and play some defense here before the half.
Snap is low, but the kick is off.
Wow, big booming punt.
Boom, and that goes.
Is that going to get in there? Oh, wow, it did. It got right to the goal line, and they almost flicked it out.
But they almost had that.
That was an amazing punt. I mean, he was standing on almost the 25-yard line, and he kicked that thing, and it rolled right to the goal line. And 1 step sooner, and the Falcons would have downed it on the 1. But great job flipping the field. That was what they needed.
Yep.
And so now we got to.
Now the Warriors have to go to work on their own 20-yard line.
Yep, and we've got lots of time left. It's one of those deals where it's like, hey, let's churn out some clock here and see if we can get a score before half.
So 2 receivers on the near side, a single back. Flipping it to the back is on the right side. Looks like all the blockers on the near side. Handoff goes right up into the middle and
there we go.
Is able to get a couple of yards there.
Got a good push by the big boys up front. Got Carter in there at the left tackle spot, getting a good push there with the.
So got about 6-7 yard gain. So that's a 2nd and 3. So that was actually a really good gain.
Yeah. And the Falcons are traditionally a 3-man front, kind of a 34 look, and they usually have a guy walked up that's kind of a bigger linebacker. And they're almost kind of both guys are up against us because we're such a good rushing team. It's essentially a 53 defense.
Shifting to the far side. Receiver coming to the near side. Handoff, trying to get around the outside on the far side and tackled. For a gain, did they make it?
That's pretty close. We loaded up. The guy that went in, that shifted on that was Carter. So we ended up with 2 tackles on the right side, and it looks like they got the line to gain. That was just
got the first down.
3 yards in a cloud of dust type of deal.
It was.
And get that line to gain. The clock churns, and we got more downs to go.
So 1st and 10 on their own 32. 2 receivers on the near side. Got looking back, and the quarterback steps around, gets through some blockers, and is able to get almost another first down.
Yeah, good scramble by Jason. Looks like he might have got about 11 or 12 yards out of that. So
that's 1st and 10.
That's tough. I mean, if you get caught in a man-to-man defense, you don't have guys looking at the quarterback. They're all with their guy, and so if you break a tackle, a lot of times, we saw it last week. Dylan Raiola ran like a 38-yard run, and he's not a running quarterback because everybody was turned the other way chasing their guys. So
he was able to read the field and then scramble out of the pocket and find a path to be able to get another first down.
Yeah.
2 receivers on the far side. Scramble out of the pocket and coming back around.
Good coverage there.
Good coverage for a loss out of the bounds.
Definitely looking to throw. The last 2 downs really looking to throw. And good coverage downfield, so it flushed Jace out. And he just took his yard or 2 that he had available and got to the sideline. Live to fight another day, one of those deals.
Yeah. So 2nd and 10, got back to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers on the far side. Single back. No movement. Comes the snap. Handoff. Was broken tackle, but
they caught us there.
Yep,
at the snap. Right at the snap, they had a defensive lineman penetrate a pinch or some sort of a move inside, and he got through, and that disrupted the timing, and Noah tried to cut it back, but there was too many guys there.
So 3rd and 16 for the Warriors. 4:32 left in the first half. The Falcons are stepping up on their defense, making sure things don't happen like they have. 2 receivers on the near side, nobody back, moving from the far side to the near side. The snap comes in, the throw is screened, and then route goes inside.
Foxy
is able to get past, and the first down.
A little jailbreak screen inside to Josh Fox, and if you had your betting card out, everyone's probably thinking Brigham or Landon Fye down running a fade, or you throw it to Josh, and all of a sudden he makes a nice move there, and he's got some speed. He can run a little bit.
Yeah.
We flipped the change, man. That's a huge play.
And now we're on the positive side of the field, on the 45-yard line.
A couple of really nice catches by Josh tonight.
Again, single receiver on the far side, 2 on the near side, 1 back. Movement from the near to the far. Handoff, but instantly,
a lot of penetration right there.
The Falcons were able to get in there.
They got their ears
nice
pinned
guys
back,
helping them up.
And they are coming up front. They are shooting gaps big time. So
So for a loss, a 4-yard loss, so 2nd and 14 on the 49-yard line.
And this is a high-risk, high-reward type of situation if you're shooting gaps hard like that, because a trap or a screen or something like that could really be crazy if you're just going 100 miles an hour through gaps. But we'll see. So far, they've had 2 really nice defensive plays.
Movement cross and handoff, goes up the middle and gets the yard gain. And
Noah.
Nobody in front of him is.
And no one's catching him.
It.
Nice run by Noah. Nice run. And he got in the open field.
Like you said, shooting through those gaps, creating other holes. That you take a look at it and say, obviously I see the coaches up here in the booth. They're looking at the film and everything saying, hey, I see this. Let's go for that.
Yeah, heavy blitz guys. And if you blitz backers and stuff like that and you part that C, there's not as many dudes there to make the defensive play because they're all trying to shoot gaps. So
that's right.
You break that, and then you're down to a safety in a corner or maybe another linebacker, and Noah was able to hit the Jets and outrun them.
For the point after, the snap is back, and the kick is up, and good. So that's it. That's
with 2:51 to go in the first half.
With 2:51 left in the first half, the Warriors grow the lead 30-0 over DC West Falcons. It is districts right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo is excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
He threw
Welcome back to Wahoo Public Schools Stadium as we have the Warriors taking on the Falcons. We were just talking about that safety.
That was crazy. That was number 76. And if I remember right, I think at the end of our last game, 76 ran a 2-point conversion in.
That's right, and he got hurt.
And he got hurt. So it's good to see that he's back. And it's always good to see the big guys touching the football, but they're kind of not supposed to on offense unless – and there is no such thing as a tackle eligible in high school, unfortunately. But, you're kind of not supposed to touch it unless it's a fumble or a tip ball tipped by an eligible receiver first.
So caught at the 16-yard line and moved forward to the 24-yard line.
Now, this is an interesting spot in the game here. Scored – fairly quickly on that last drive. We got 2 minutes 46 seconds left. We have 3 timeouts. It would not surprise me if we try to use them and try to get the ball back to try to get one more.
Snap gets handoff, trying to go up the middle, and is able to get a couple of yards, but not like they have in the past. So those gaps are closing. We're not getting the first and 7-yard runs on the first down.
We'll see. Yeah, will they go back to those quick out routes and that quick throwing game? Because that has been kind of their bread and butter tonight.
Productive for them, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 8 on their own 26-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side, a single on the short side, 1 back. Snap comes back, looking to throw, and it is caught right at the edge. And that is kept moving forward with a couple of Warriors on his back. First down plus, gets to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's kind of been their MO tonight. Quick routes, quick out routes to their big receivers, which you got a big tall kid out there with really good hands. You put it in the right spot, and really you can't defend it.
3 receivers on the far side, 1 back, steps back. We're looking to throw. Quarterback holds on to it, just moves forward, and gets about 4 yards gain on that one.
Yep, looks like Eli got a hold of him, and one of the backers got him, but he did.
So it's a 3-yard
gain. So now we're in timeout mode. So take 1 timeout here, and if we can hold them on 3rd down, then then we get that ball back on a punt.
Well, that's what we're going to be seeing is some pretty amazing and unique football. We've already seen it tonight, and I don't think we're done with that because we're going to see every stop being pulled on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a situation where at this time of year, you're going to be checking in pads on Monday, or you're going to be watching film and getting ready for opponent number 2. So everything is on the line.
And the scoreboard says 30-0, but that doesn't tell the whole story. This has been actually a pretty good battle.
It's been a wild game. You take away some really big plays and some crazy bounces of the ball, and if you're DC West, you got to think, wow, we could be right there in this game. If we make a tackle or two.
Let's say if we take this last couple minutes of the first half and we do something with it, that puts us in a situation where we can do something in the second half.
Yeah, it runs the clock second half to start, and it really changes strategy. Oh, we had a miscommunication there. I think the quarterback thought there was going to be another out route, and the receiver went up the sideline. So there was a little bit of a
no place to throw.
And there was a little bit of pressure coming, so.
Quite a bit of pressure.
So
He had a whole bunch of stuff behind him.
That kind of helped us out because we don't need a timeout now because it's an incomplete pass. So if we stop them on this play, we may, if it's a running play right now, we may take another timeout to stop it. But we've got 2 left, so we've got plenty of resources to make a play. But we got to stop them on this down right here.
Yep. So 3rd and 7, single back. Comes back, throw is caught, and mid-yard.
Another quick.
That's another quick. And
quick sideline route right there.
That looks like, to me, probably it's going to be, is it a first down?
Looks like they're.
No, it's 4th down and 1.
Oh, it's very close. Are they going to measure? I think he's calling.
No, they're calling it. They're moving the chains.
Yeah, the guy on the sideline here was saying it's far enough. So.
Yeah. I thought
it looked pretty close. Yeah, it looked good. So now this is dangerous territory. If you're out there playing on the secondary, you don't want to give up an out and up or a stutter and go type of thing at the end of a half like this because you know they're going to take a shot.
Throw comes in, is caught and brought out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
And they're picking away right there.
They're finding those out routes that just be able to do quick throws. And
it's pretty much a back shoulder type of throw where the quarterback is throwing the ball before the receiver's even breaking. And it's a good timing route. And as soon as that receiver turns his head, he's got to count the ball's in his hand. So it's really hard if you're the corner to defend that and get a jump on that because it's such a timing route.
And the Falcons doing a good job of getting it out to be able to stop the clock so they don't have to worry about their timeouts.
This is a place where I'd take a shot right here.
Yeah. Stepping back and steps up. Throw is.
And there it was.
It flutters, and if it would have been if the throw would not have fluttered like that.
Yep.
It would have been
there
a catch.
There was a little bit of a quarterback scramble to the short side over here towards us. And the second receiver on the top of the field saw that, and they're trained. You run to an open spot so if the quarterback sees you. And if he would have thrown that ball a little better, they'd have had 7.
Yep, they would have. That was actually ended up being a great scramble. It could have been a great play for the Falcons.
Yeah, even if he'd have kept the ball on the ground, he could have ran a little bit. But I think they're trying to make plays here. And
here comes the snap, screen pass to the near side, and dropped again.
Another opportunity. They swung a back out of the backfield, and he had some real estate out there.
Yeah. Would have been able to get the first down if nothing else.
Somebody left their zone or they left their man, but he booted that ball, so that was a good break
2 missed
for us.
Opportunities for the Falcons right there, really.
Yeah, that would have been a nice gain right there. He'd have probably got down to the 20-yard line.
Yep.
And that last throw for sure would have been a touchdown. But
so now we have 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. 2 receivers on the far side deep, single receiver on the short side. Snap comes back, stepping back, and the throw goes to the far side and broken up.
Good pass break up there by Caden. Because that was looking to be a completion at about the 30-yard line. And now you got a 4th down right here.
4th and 10 with 1:11 left.
Yeah, this is tough.
And
this is tough because I'm sure they're probably going to go for it.
so
they're probably thinking about punting it, really, because if we get the ball at midfield like that, if we stop them here, we get the ball at the negative 38 or 37, whatever that is. It's not a stretch to think we could score. And that whole idea of starting the half with a running clock just takes away possessions.
It does.
You're going to lose 1 or 2 possessions just because of the clock, and every possession in a game like this is precious. I wouldn't be surprised if they punted the ball right here and just forced us to at least go the entire field. Now, Coach Troy's a smart, aggressive coach, and if he's got a play in there, they've had opportunities to get a first down all night. They really have.
They've had many opportunities that have just missed it for one reason or another, just weren't able to come across. Which has been to the benefit for the Warriors, and like I said, you have the score there, but that's not the full story.
No, and the length of time they're discussing there, I would say, is to craft up some sort of routes or a play or something.
Yep.
Because you don't just say let's punt it, and they're definitely going to look at something here. So
does not. So it's not the punt team out there.
I would be. If you're in the back half of our defense, I would be dialed in for any sort of craziness. Hook and ladder, crazy stuff.
Comes back, looking to throw, and that is caught.
They just run the same old back shoulder stick route that has been successful all night.
At the 22-yard line, and that moves the 6. Creates another 1st and 10. And stops the clock so they don't have to rush up there and try to figure it out.
So this is a huge switch of fate because now they have time on their hands. They have 2 timeouts, and they are in the red zone, with an opportunity to score before half, which is huge. As opposed to 37-0, it could be 32-7.
Correct.
And then that's a whole different ballgame.
Snap comes back, and that is fake handoff, and the throw goes deep into the end zone for a touchdown for the Falcons.
Play action right there. They put it in the back's belly, and that froze the defense, and they ran a post route right up the middle, caught the center of our defense off guard. They were probably watching the backfield.
And that was a great throw right over the shoulder.
It was perfect because the only thing that would have happened would have been an incomplete pass or a touchdown, and they threw it perfectly. And what is this?
There's a flag.
Oh no, I didn't even see that. Where?
Yep, that's one of those things. I forgot to look back. Is there a flag?
I didn't see any laundry on the ground. They must have picked it up pretty quick to make their call. So that's a tough break for the offense.
That moves them back 5 yards.
Because that's a huge play they just made, and now it really puts them behind the sticks. Still have a minute left to go.
So takes away the touchdown, puts it 1st and 15, 1 minute left of the half. What a deflating field that is.
That's a tough break because that was a nice play. They executed it well, caught us off guard.
Yep. Single back, handoff, goes up front, gets through several blockers, and taken down by the Warriors.
And you don't have to burn a timeout right now. They can just hurry up to the line, get a play called quick, and they still have plenty of time. I'm guessing this is going to get thrown, probably a back shoulder.
Yep.
It's been pretty much over here. Number 9 or 19 is going to catch a little out route right on the out-of-bounds line.
30 seconds left. Stepping back. And hit as he threw.
Yep. He was definitely going for the little quick out-of-bounds route.
But that's 3rd and 10 with 26 seconds left in the half.
So a moderate amount of drama right here, and I see DC West kicker over there throwing the leg on the sideline.
Yeah,
like
he's been
maybe
doing that
warming it up.
He's been doing that for probably about a minute and a half.
Maybe they
just want to be able to get him close. Yeah.
I mean, if you got the ball in the 22,
if you can't get the first down, then go for it. What do you have to lose, right?
Yeah, and if you got a good kicker, what the heck? Do it. Get some points on the board.
Steps back. Throw is.
Oh, batted ball. Nice
batted
job
back.
by Eli Shader right there.
Pass is incomplete, broken up by
There we
Eli
go.
Shada.
So now you got the decision if you're on offense.
Fourth down for
So
the
4th and 10.
Are you going to kick a 39-yard field goal, or are you going to go for the sticks?
The wind is at your back if you do kick it, because the breeze looking at the flag is kind of moving in that direction.
Yeah. It doesn't appear like they're running their kicker out there, so I'm guessing they're just going to go for that first down and see what it gets them. See if they can extend this drive a little bit, because they still have the 2 timeouts with the clock stopped.
Right. But it's 4th and 10. If they don't get,
Yeah.
then it's turned over.
Yeah, you get it, and 21 seconds. A lot of teams would take a knee. I don't know if we'd take a knee. I think we would try to score.
I think they're going to go for it. Here comes the snap. Throw goes to the far side and overthrows the receiver.
There we go. Okay, so
pass is incomplete,
17
and the
seconds.
Warriors take over. First and
I mean,
10.
you probably have
17 seconds.
We have
you
2
go,
timeouts.
Do you just go for the long one, or do you just take a knee and say, let's go to the second
Well,
half?
I think what you try to do is you try to get the ball into Kip's hands, because he can get down the field quickly, even if it's a rush. And if you can get to midfield, you can take a timeout and see what happens on the next one.
All right, so we have single back, receiver on the near side. Comes the snap. Handoff, cut to the near side. Gets past one blocker.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Gets past another
Here we
blocker.
go.
Turns
Oh,
in and turns
get-
out.
Get out of bounds would have been good right there. Timeout.
Timeout
Okay.
with 5 seconds.
All right, we're down to 1 then. So we got 1 play here. What
One
can you
play.
do with that last play of the half? Definitely the last play.
First and 10 for the Warriors.
And I think Kip was trying to make a play right there, but even if he does go out of bounds, this will be the last play of the
Right.
half. So
He just
he knew that he's either going to score or he's going to get tackled right there pretty quick. And either way, we have 1 more play.
Yep.
So
And that
smart
was
move.
great movement to be able to cut in and then
Yeah.
do a couple of spin moves, try to
Yep.
get back into the inside and try to find another path.
And it would be really hard to defend us in this situation, because if you put all your guys 10, 15 yards deep to defend a pass, we're going to run it, and
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen with our guys in the back. If they get some running room in space, they're killer. So and you can't just
great
blitz everybody.
vision.
So, yeah.
On the running game, great vision
Oh.
to be able to see the path and be able to
Yep.
get through things.
Yeah, so
And so that
We'll
has
see.
also caused them, the Falcons, not to be rushing the gaps like they have been.
you see what the card says for first and goal, basically from the 35.5-yard line. Let's see
Yeah.
what we've got there. Looks like we got an empty set.
Yep.
No, we just got to space it.
Moving to the far side. Here comes the snap. Looking to throw. Deep throw and
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That hit the hands.
That is the end of the first half. It's
Yep.
you had
We
two,
had a hand on it,
two
but-
receivers right there that could have if they
That-
could have held on to it.
Yeah, if he'd have came down with that, he would have probably fell into the end zone there, and that would have been huge. But great half nonetheless. Hard to be too critical of that. Crazy with the calls and
Yeah.
the balls bouncing everywhere and just wild plays. And now we've got some
And a
we
safety.
got a frozen dance team out there ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, to recap, it has been a wild start. And like I said, you look at it 30-0, we're going into halftime. But that, again, is not telling the full story as
No, there's been a lot of action tonight,
Yep.
Kelly.
Now-
so fun
now-
game to
And now, fans, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome
the Warriors
watch.
did have a couple of really single play return touchdowns.
Yeah, a couple of big plays.
Couple
and
of
really
big plays
almost
there.
another one right there, yeah.
Chicken sandwich time
That's
as
right.
halftime. John, how is it going? How is the chicken sandwich? Is it good? You said you haven't had that in a while.
It's Booster Club delicious. The Booster Bash is in full force tonight. The Burger
Yep.
Bash, we got Brett Eady down there slinging some mean burgers. Got the crew down there. Had me a double cheeseburger right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. I think they were the third pounders. They were the big ones from the locker.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Can't go wrong with Wahoo Locker, that's for sure.
Couple also things to mention for each school. Coming up tomorrow, the close-up team. That's Sunday. That's
Turkey
right.
dinner,
Turkey
yeah.
dinner is coming up Sunday. $15 for a full turkey dinner. They've been baking turkeys for the past month and a half,
Yes.
it seems. But
Yeah.
200 birds ready to go. So
Yeah, and if you're looking for a bird for Thanksgiving, they have some extra full turkeys that they will sell you. They have some kind of set aside for if somebody says, I need a bird. They
Yeah.
have a bunch, and the food is so good.
it is.
And it is way more. If you get, if it's you and the wife, and you're going to sit down, you probably don't need two. You could feed your whole family on 2 of those meals. It's really good food, and it's great cause. Get those kids to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
And $15, you can't go out to eat for $15
No, you can't.
anymore.
It can't. And
So,
it's a great cause. And again, it is something that to be able to go and spend a good time for the family. Prepare
right.
for Thanksgiving because, if you can't eat turkey now, when can you?
Oh man, you get the stuffing, you get the whole
Yeah.
deal.
Yep.
And it's an early Thanksgiving meal.
Yep.
And we also tomorrow, Kelly, we got the girls, the volleyball team.
Yeah, they're heading out
playing
to
Holdridge for district final.
District final. So
And,
they get past that, then they're
they're
playing
at state.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
at
that's
state.
a quick turnaround for state volleyball right there.
It
so
is.
exciting things going on around here. The cross country team did really well.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good things happening out here in Wahoo. So
Now
and
for DC West, really quick.
absolutely, DC West had a great week last
had
week.
a great week last week as they, playing for volleyball. Congratulations to them. The football team moving right here. Also, they have the
Softball.
Booster Club. Yeah, the softball
team made it to the
that
state
was state championship
and
game. That was an amazing time. I
Came
was
away
there
with
to
a
be able to
state
broadcast
runner-up
that.
banner to hang in the gym there at DC
first
West.
time ever in school history to go to state and to take it all the way
That's
to this
fantastic.
championship game.
Fantastic opportunity.
So the DC West Booster Club has a cornhole tournament coming up on Saturday, November 9th as well. And it starts at 1 o'clock, check-ins at noon. And so that's at Sycamore Farms. So if you know junk stock, that's what's going on there. So just a couple things to be able to help support and be a part of both schools.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be able to shout out for everybody. Let's go ahead and support all of our area students.
Absolutely. Sycamore Farms, former home of one Mitch Straub of Waterloo Panther fame.
Yeah.
He used to live out there. When I taught there and coached with these guys back in the day, back in the 02, 03, 04.
Yep.
So that's a really cool farm out there. They do the junk stock over there.
Yeah. They've
It's
done a
a
lot.
really neat venue.
Yeah, they have recovered from the tornado, but
Oh, man. They've
yeah.
had it all.
they've
Tornadoes,
had it,
floods.
all that stuff. Well, we're ready for the second half as we have football, and the Falcons are going to be receiving. Kickoff is on its way. Received at the 5-yard line, coming to the near side,
Nice
trying to find
coverage.
a place.
Noah. Flag flying
Flags
from the back
flying
of
in the
formation.
background.
Looks like it's on about the flag is landed at about the 28, but the play was
Got
the
up
runner was
to
corralled
the
at about what, the 20, somewhere around there.
yeah.
Don't know what we got coming here. Got a hold. Okay. Hold on the Falcons. So it backs them up a little bit. You don't want to start the half with some penalties, but nonetheless, they've done good things in the first half. So these guys are probably thinking we need the ball to bounce our way and we can do some damage here.
Falcons will have it. First and 10 from their own 8-yard line.
Yeah, so that puts their first and 10 from their own 8-yard line. So that backed them up into a bad position right there.
Yep.
But they did show in the first half a lot of spark of being able to get through that. But the Warriors were just able to find ways to stop, or the Falcons stopped themselves. Turning back the throw, screen to the near side, gets past a couple blockers and gets up to about the 10-yard line.
Little screen to the short side there. Nice developed play there. They got a few out of that.
Mark them down at the 12.
This drive really for them is really important because if we were to get a touchdown, then that puts us in the running clock territory, and then you got that limited time to possess the ball. So they are really, really wanting to get points on the board right here so that clock doesn't start spinning if we were to get it back.
Falcons break the huddle. 2 receivers run to the far side. Actually, 3 receivers on the far side. Single back. Comes back and screen pass to the near side, just out beyond the fingertips.
And that's another one of them situations where we were blitzing there.
And left that open.
They sent it back out of the backside there, and if he connects on that, that's a nice gain, and it probably gets him a first down. So they are they're slipping in some plays, and we're fortunate they haven't hit.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 on the 12-yard line. Bringing in the play for the Falcons.
Pretty big third down right here.
It's a very big third down.
I'm guessing we're going to see some sort of a back shoulder fade out route to big number 19 over here, who's really tough to defend.
Snap comes back. The throw comes in and is low.
And if the ball is on time right there, he catches that and gets the first down. It just bounced in front of him. So missed throw on that. And so they are punting. The punter will be standing in his own end zone, which makes things a little dicey.
Dangerous territory to be in right there.
Especially if one of our dudes slips through that front line. Either way, we're going to have the ball probably in our territory to start this possession, which is a
receivers are still at the 50
for the Warriors.
Snap is back and goes high, but the kick is up and good. And
Shank.
Off to the far side.
Hippopotamus right there. So it looks like we're on about the – we're going to have it on about
33?
Other way. It looks like the 20s. Oh, yeah, right at the 30 it looks like. Maybe the 29.
At the 30.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
So not a good break there as far as that goes because he's a pretty good punter, and he just got done bombing a ball earlier in the game, so it must have just caught the side of his foot.
Yeah, I think he was in. Well, you're in your own end zone.
Yep.
You just have to get it out of there.
Yeah, everything was a little rushed on that. So
2 back.
I was telling you.
Important
movement
drive
to the far side
for the Warriors to get something going here, and we're moving all over the place, shifting.
Receiver moves across, comes around, goes back out. Low snap, handoff, goes to the far side, gets around the corner, and is able to keep going and right on in.
Unbelievable. It looked like a short gain, and he just comes squirting out of the pile, led by the flowing locks of one Jake Scanlon down the field. That's a lineman making plays down the field, and he got the last block that sprung him for the score, which was beautiful.
Well, it's kind of quiet. I don't think anybody knows what happened.
Did someone
there.
throw a flag somewhere? I see the officials are standing there talking. They must have threw a flag somewhere. Of course they threw a flag. Chop block on the defense.
The defense.
Okay. You don't see that often, but if a defender comes into a blocker in space and takes his legs out, that is illegal. So you can cut an offensive lineman if you're a defensive player, like a linebacker or somebody just thinking, I'm going to get run over by this big dude. I'm going to take his legs out. And that's actually a penalty.
And so that is a touchdown.
So they declined that, and the score counts. That is, you don't see that too often, but it is a thing.
So waiting for the point after. Snap is back. Kick is up, and that is good for the extra point. And for everybody who's here, I think they're going to go back, find one of our channels, and rewatch this game because
this is super interesting.
It is a very fascinating game to be able to watch and to be able to commentate, to be able to just say, what in the world?
I'm going to pull that thing up on YouTube right now because I'm curious as to see where in the world did Kip Brigham come from. Because it looked like he had a short gain right there.
Yeah, exactly. And all of a sudden, I was just like, wait a second, he's still going.
Yeah, he still has the ball. It just doesn't make any sense. The beauty of instant replay right here.
So this is something that we can actually put into play. You guys aren't seeing the instant replay as John is putting it on his phone right now, but we can actually do this eventually. We will be able to put instant replay on all of our games if we wanted to. So the technology is here. We're not ESPN, but for the athletes, the youth, the students, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make them feel like they get that experience all across the board.
Yeah, great opportunities. I could go straight 80s mixtape and hold my phone up to the front of the camera to show this to everybody and do a video of a video and just like go back in time or something. But it.
So to me, it looks
a nice
like
tight shot there. On the
so did they take the penalty at the kickoff? Because
they did.
Yeah.
So now we got an opportunity to kick it into the end zone, or to kick it
a short kick to the near side, picked up on the 15-yard line, gets past the blockers, running down the sideline, and gets to about the 46, 47-yard line. It's a great return there for the Falcons.
That's an interesting call, that chop block on the defensive lineman, because in a scrum like that, the guy could have been diving for Kip's legs and taken out a lineman. It looks like somebody dove and took out Luke Specht, and Kip just came shooting through there, and Jake was in front of him, and Sam was out there in front too. So crazy play.
A lot of crazy plays this game. This has been the more fascinating game regarding the oddities of football.
Absolutely.
Handoff, goes right up the middle, but not able to get very far. In fact, I think there's a bit of a loss there. Nope. They're putting him right back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, things are starting to. I mean, the craziness is still continuing, but there'll be a point here as we wind through this third quarter where you're seeing kind of the end of the go here as far as your season. So there's a point where you want to keep taking chances and trying to score, but you don't want to give us a short field either.
No. Motion on the far side. Pitch to the far side, trying to get around the corner, and is able to get a few yards on the.
Nice play there by Kip coming up from safety and stopping him, because it looked like he was getting to the edge there. That running back is a little bit gimpy, maybe holding his shoulder there.
Mm-hmm.
Took a pretty good shot from Kip.
So now we're in a running clock, though.
Yeah, this third quarter is really going to hit fast. I mean, by the time, if they have a drive, even if they punt the ball, you'll take a couple minutes off just running 3 or 4 plays pretty easily.
Trips to the near side. Comes back and flags.
Looks like they have false started on. Somebody moved. And when they run that trip set, it looked like their tight end was staying in, so that's an extra guy basically to rush the passer. And tight ends aren't necessarily used to pass protecting, so they are probably a little jumpy about having to defend a big guy like Eli Shade on that top side there on the Warriors sideline. So he's anxious to get in his kick slide back to protect, and just got a little too quick.
That puts them in 3rd and 13 on their own 44-yard line. We have 2 receivers on the near side. Single back. Comes a snap. Stepping back. Throw.
Deep ball.
And it is intercepted, but there's flags.
It looks like Kip may have had some contact on the receiver before he picked that ball off. So it probably will be a defensive pass interference. There was some contact as the ball was in the air. And that's a 15-yard
that's a first down.
Penalty. That's not one of those Tom Brady 50-yard penalty things.
Right,
but in high school, you get 15. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's significant.
That's pretty good. So that's a good break for the
first
Falcons
down
there, and you hate to commit that penalty because it does give you the first down. They were, they would have had a 3rd down and 13 right there, but instead it's 1st and 10, and it's on their side of the field.
Yep. Falcons with positive yardage now.
But irregardless, the clock is rolling, so time is ticking for the offense here.
No back.
Another
screen pass to the far side and
a double throwback.
But not able to get down. And
for Pete's sake. And we got a penalty right at the end of the play where the ball was thrown by the wide receiver. I don't know if that's a hold or are they going to call roughing on the receiver who was throwing the ball? Who knows tonight what this call could be?
That is the story.
What are we going to get?
Who knows what are we going to get on this
It looked like a false start right out of the gate. Oh, they called
targeting
like a high hit on the Warriors. Somebody must have hit up top. In college they would have called that targeting. I don't know what they call it in high school, but they're definitely more
so that's
sensitive
another
to that
first
now.
Down.
How about another free 15 yards there, Kelly?
Yeah,
so they've got 30
Laundry.
yards on 2 plays with 0 offensive production, and we've got 2 unforced errors that are – you hate giving up first downs by penalty
exactly.
in any particular manner, and we've given them 2 in a row.
So 3 receivers on the near side. Comes back, pitch to the backside, and caught in the backfield.
Nice job by Caden there to dip inside that
So
blocker.
about a 4-yard loss on that one. Not a 4-year.
In between some of these plays, it feels like 4 years because, like, what are they going to call?
You just don't know.
What happened now?
And here's the thing is with these crazy the calls from the refs, that's chewing up time for, so the Falcons got to be a little agitated about that.
Yeah, they're like, let's get this thing going. Come on, what's the call?
You're killing our clock.
I mean, we're down to 6.5
Pitch comes
minutes
back.
already, and I think this drive started at 9 minutes.
And gets in there and in and out of hands of both receiver and defender.
They're definitely doing more downfield shots, trying to hit the seams, trying to get in between our safeties, trying to take advantage of the fact that their receivers are pretty tall kids and they got pretty good hands. So they're tough to defend. I mean,
well, if they can get a score, they can stop that clock.
Absolutely. And we've got 2 of our better athletes in the back of our defense right there. And, if you can jump over somebody, you can jump over somebody. You can't coach height.
Nope.
And they do have an advantage in those spots.
Motion goes across.
Oh, good job there by the middle of the defense. Caden Smart not taking the bait on that jet sweep, and James Gaskins getting some penetration there. That's kind of what bit us in that first half.
4th and 17?
Yeah.
4th and 16 is what we're looking at.
So some of the things that we had happen to us in that first half, we've done a little bit of correction, a little bit better discipline on that.
But we need to not have any penalties.
Yep. And now,
especially big penalties. You don't want to be able to give them first down here.
Yep. And that 10-yard out route that's so tough to defend, or that back shoulder, now it's a 17-yard back shoulder. So I would say the focus is on number 9 and number 19 as to where are they going to go to get this route.
And
false start, it looks
start.
like. Yeah. Looks like 19 was trying to hit the seam and go right up the middle of the field, and he was just a little ahead of the offense.
So that's going to be 4th and 21 for the Falcons.
It's, I don't know what the term is. Would you say 4th and a country mile? Or 4th and Waterloo, basically, from here. I mean, it's a long ways to go, and this is really tough because you just have to throw it up and hope your athletes can go get it. So number 19 is the prime focus on this play because he is that big guy that will go up and get a ball over the top of just about any corner. So
break the huddle, and we have a single back. 2 receivers on the near side, single receiver on the far side.
Get hands on that guy and keep him from having a free release off the line.
Quarterback steps back, looking to throw, and the throw is complete.
Wow.
For a first down at the 17-yard line.
It looks like they're short. It was a great pass and completion, but I think they're 2 yards short.
They might be short.
I think they are. Wow. It looked like he was going to lean and get that line to gain right there.
Yeah.
Big stop by the Warriors. I mean, they needed 21. They gave up 19, so that's all you need, I guess.
And in a case like that, you could have had a 15-yard penalty and not give away the first yard, right?
You sure could have. Yeah. Yep.
But not
So
suggested,
now-
kids. All right.
So now we need to
Warriors
need to
take over.
just-
Diamond set. Move out to receiver on the near side. Single back. Fake handoff. A screen pass was too far forward. Not able to be handled.
a little bit too much heat on that fastball.
The time, yeah, it was just off time. He was, if he would have been able to get the speed going forward, that would have been about another first down
Yeah, he
at
would have
least.
picked up some yardage there, but and the thing that's crazy is, you think, oh, the clock stopped because of an incomplete pass, but it's not because of the score. So every play essentially is a running play. You just want to get yardage at this point and keep moving the sticks.
Yeah. And you want to do it in like 3 plays. You don't want to get the one and dones.
Yeah.
You want to be able to use like 2 or 3 plays per
It's just
10
a
yards
time, it's
to
just
be
a
able to kill
time
that clock.
situation. Yeah. And and if we get a first down right here on this third down play, because we would punt it if we don't.
Yeah.
If we get a first down right here, there's a pretty good chance that first down play won't even get ran because the clock is going to tick so much
Yeah.
that we might run one play before this quarter runs out.
Single
which
receiver on the near side.
which is advantage Wahoo.
Snap. Fake the handoff throw. Comes across. Is caught. And
I think we got
I think
the line
we got
to
the
gain
first
there.
down. Yeah, that
Yep.
we did. So that moves it to the 31-yard line.
First and 10 for the Warriors.
So 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left of the third quarter.
And even though that's an out-of-bounds play, a lot of times that clock would
It would
stop,
stop, but no.
because of the running clock, that's an advantage. Use that sideline, get out of bounds, avoid that hit, and
Take your time, get everything set up, and
and
just
saunter back to the huddle because, you take your whole 40 seconds.
receiver on the far side steps back, taking his time. Big throw downfield and just overthrown.
A little bit outside of Sam's reach there. We had Caden streaking down the Wahoo sideline as well. So really a couple of guys, and Eli, a couple guys that could have been targeted
Second
there.
down for the Warriors.
It goes back to that would have also potentially stopped the clock, but no.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. The only concern is, do we get a first down? Let's get a first down here. So we got a couple of downs here to churn out our 10 yards and make sure that we possess the ball because the clock's not going to stop, and it looks like we'll probably run the quarter out with this play, hopefully.
Single back, 2 receivers on the far side, movement coming to the near side. Hands off, runs around the corner, and is able to get the first yard down
Touches,
and then goes.
He's gone. He's gone.
And that's it.
So that yards per carry is back to egregious
Jim
amounts.
Brigham scores a touchdown for the Warriors.
And you're aggressive. If you're DCUS, you're aggressive. You're trying to do everything you can, so you're bringing pressure and all that. And when Kip breaks the contain, he's going to outrun everybody, and you don't have a safety that's playing deep because he's up aggressive playing the run. So.
And that stops the clock.
Yeah, touchdown stops
touchdown
the clock,
do stop
which
the
is
clock.
fine. I'll take a stop clock
Really
for a
good
touchdown.
ability to take the extra point.
Getting ready for the extra point. Snaps out, laces out Dan, kick is up, and good.
The extra
There we
point
go.
is good, and with 38 seconds to go.
And we've done a good job kicking tonight, too. I think
Yeah.
that last time we were home here, we had a few miscues on the PATs.
It was like 2 out of 6 PATs.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really wild.
were
Blocks
missed.
and
Yeah.
holds and
So, we're going to take a quick break, see if we can get back in time with more Wahoo Warrior football taking on DC West. It's districts right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Wahoo. It's the Warriors Stadium. Warriors leading 43-10, 38 seconds left of the third quarter. Warriors now about ready to kick off. Falcons have shown a lot of positive things, but just not able to capitalize on it. And dropped on the far side, picked up, but
oh boy,
just not able to get anywhere.
Yep. Yeah, when you bobble that ball and you pick it up and there's 3 blue jerseys right on top of you, that's not a great feeling for number 9 there. He's had a busy night, number 9. He's been catching a lot of balls and been a pretty active part of this offense.
And so the Falcons battling hard, which is great to see them continue to play. Like you were talking about, you have all the seniors. This is,
yeah, things start setting in right now.
Setting in is like,
if you're out there, you're starting to realize I'm playing my last football game, so I better. And these seniors are going to go out and they're going to go 100 miles an hour.
They're going to do everything they can to play as hard as they can.
Yep.
Well, 3 quarters complete, 43-0. The Warriors over the Falcons. We'll take a quick break and come back with the last quarter. It is. So I do have to.
Looks like our scoreboard camera's in a time warp here.
Yeah, so the scoreboard
shows
camera
30,
showing.
and
So
it shows we're in the second quarter.
We'll fix that here in a moment. So we'll be right back with that.
Rivalry Apparel in Wahoo's excited to celebrate their 5th anniversary the month of October. Stop in to say hi to the Rivalry team or go to rivalryapparel.com now to get your gear for fall sports. Then be on the lookout for winter sports apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Rivalry is open Tuesdays, Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays, Fridays 10 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 402-870-0780 for any questions. The team at Rivalry Apparel wants to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits and make banking.
Welcome back to Wahoo Stadium as we kind of, again, trying to get some commercial breaks in, but they're wanting to get some games played.
Yeah, the pace of play is moving and grooving here. We got somebody lost their helmet there on that play.
So pick up the throw, came to the near
Looks
side,
like
but incomplete.
That mullet escaped out of that helmet, Kelly.
Yep.
It wanted out. It wanted some fresh air. So now Jake has to leave the field for one play as per the rules. If you lose your helmet, you got to come out as a safety precaution in case there's something wrong with your helmet or something wrong with what's inside the helmet. And I'm sure he's fine. He's just taking a play off.
You have to do that when you're missing part of your equipment.
That's right.
All right, 2 receivers on the far side. Snap comes back, handoff, trying to come around.
Oh. Yeah, that's a nice batted ball by Eli, getting the big mitts up in the air.
Wow,
Eli
look at that. That was a great distraction.
Yeah, we had some Ed Too Tall Jones action going right there.
Yeah.
I always think when those balls get tipped up in the air, how cool it would be to catch that and run it back.
And run it right back in.
Yeah. But I believe that's the second time Eli's done that tonight. He's really been disruptive. He's so tall, big, strong kid, and he gets those arms and hands up in the air, and it's probably really hard to throw over, around, whatever, when he's in the face of the quarterback.
Yep. All right, Falcons have 2 receivers on the far side, single back. Snap comes in.
Ooh.
That time swallowed up by a sea of blue.
Jake was back, and he had his mullet power running wild, and you had Eli Emerson in there, and it appears the Falcons have gotten a little conservative.
Yeah.
But
they haven't put out their youth yet.
No, and it's kind of an odd situation. This isn't, it's 43-0, but it's not, 60-0 or something like that. So, and when it is your senior's last game, it does make a difference. And you're not going to pull. Oh, Caden Smart just blocked that punt.
Just blocked
that was
beautiful.
Punt.
Yep.
And we got it on the 10-yard line. Hello, Caden. Great job. He's been close a lot tonight.
Yeah, again, it goes back to where
great job.
Bad position. You're punting from inside your end zone, and
you know, it's not really running up the score to block a punt because every time somebody's punting the ball, there's always somebody who's going in there because if the punter fumbles the ball, you want a guy there to land on it.
Yeah.
So even though you may not be calling a block punt, there's always a dude pressuring the action. So if there is a snap over the head or a fumble, he's right there. And in that case, Caden just got unblocked or he beat his guy, and he got a hand on it. So.
And the other side of the coin is you're still looking down the road. You have more opponents to play. You need to get that stuff in.
Yeah, we're not
bounces out to the outside, gets past some blockers, and
good hard run there by Noah.
Hard run.
Went from kind of a no gain to really dragging a couple guys and getting about three or four.
So 2nd and 6. Oh, puts on back on the 7.
And the other thing you want to do is in a game like this, it looks like we're going to get this game. So you are showing things to the rest of the state. You are showing things to Cozad and Boys Town.
Yeah.
Hey, we can block a punt. You better get your punt coverage ready. You better spend some extra time on your punt protection because we're capable of blocking a punt and changing a game.
Receiver on the near side. Hands up the middle and gets past about the 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
And we're not in a super big hurry right here, obviously. But in this situation right here, I'm not trying to jinx our offense or anything, but if we were to not score here, it would be a great opportunity to run the field goal unit out there and get some practice at that.
Yeah.
Because the score isn't really a factor right now.
No.
It's more, let's get good reps, let's make sure we're crisp, and let's put some stuff on film. Like here, we got the old heavy set lined up.
Heavy set with a receiver wide to the near side.
And Noah's just going to follow the wagon train in there and let the bodies hit the floor. And that's a good, hard rush right there. Beautiful running game. And there we go. So we'll practice kicking the PAT instead.
Yep.
But great job by the O-lineman. You get all the bigs up there. You get Jake, and you get a guy like – you get Jake Scanlon lining up in the backfield, and he gets a couple yards to run at you. That's tough.
It is.
And you put in Carter, and you have a huge offensive line in front of a big set of backs, and it's a pretty nice situation for Noah and Kip to run behind.
Here's the snap. The kick is up, and that is good for the point after.
All right.
So 50-0.
Half a hun right here. It's always fun when you can say you're going to drop half a hun on somebody, but
yeah,
it's a good opportunity right now to rest some guys. Wahoo doesn't have to worry about their seniors.
Right.
They're not done on this field. They're going to be here next week.
Yep.
So
with the way the bracket lays out, Wahoo hosts today and next Friday. And it just depends.
If Ashland were to get upset,
gets
the
upset,
game would
and
come
then
here.
it would be the third one.
But since they're the 2 and we're the 3, if Ashland and us win out, if we're fortunate to do so, we would go
Mr. Barry, the
30
AD,
miles.
would say that would have to be an act of God for that to happen.
Yeah, Ashland's pretty good.
They're
pretty good. And so they are one of the top teams in the state. And I would say once you get past this weekend, everybody's really good.
Everybody's going to be tough at the next stage. It's
yep.
And that's why you do all the reps you continue to do, because you still have tough opponents to deal with.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good football out there, and you've got teams like Sydney and Chadron out west, Lakeview, O'Neill, are all really good teams, and somebody is going to make it out of that other side of the bracket. Like tonight, Auburn versus O'Neill is a good matchup.
Yeah.
Cozad Boys Town's an amazing matchup. You just never know what's going to come out of that. I'll be leaving here checking that game out.
Yeah, definitely.
Right quick. In fact,
picks up at the 5 and gets out to about the 25.
What better to talk about in the fourth quarter of a game that's out of hand than the app that has been yearned for decades, NE Score Feed. If you're listening at home and you're wondering, hey, what's the deal with the Cozad Boys Town game? NE Score Feed is the app to get, and you can find the score of every high school football game you're interested in. Okay, looks like Ashland is murdering Milford 39-0. Crosstown guys, Wahoo Newman is
Hand off to the near side, looking to find a corner on the short side, not able to get anywhere.
49-0 over Lincoln Lutheran. Bishop Newman is murdering them.
Okay.
So they're going to advance. Central City doing the 35-14 over Fort Calhoun. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you're interested in Riverside, that's my hometown, Spalding. They won 84-46. That's kind of a basketball score.
That is.
But they're a high-powered team out there. And let's see what we got here. Looks like Sydney is putting it on, and they beat Omaha Roncalli 30-7 already. So
that's
game's
impressive.
Over. Shadron put a whooping on Lincoln Christian, 42-18. Impressive win. So that means Sydney and Shadron get to play each other again next week after playing each other last week.
Yeah.
And that was a 14-0 game. That was
Hand
a close
off,
game.
Finding a little route on the outside edge, but getting tripped up.
Oh, what am I looking at here? Yeah. Okay, so we have SCOTUS playing Lakeview, and that's another one. Crosstown rivals, and they're playing in the playoffs. Lakeview's up 14-7 in a close game. That's a dogfight. I would not have expected that score.
Did not expect that, no.
And Boys Town is putting it on Cozad, 27-0, and it looks like that game's final already. They must have started early.
Yeah.
Boys Town taking care of business. So the Cowboys are coming out to Wahoo next week.
So, yeah, that's...
And you know what? Another game that went final. Auburn beats O'Neill 9-7 in a dogfight.
Wow. That is a dogfight right there.
That is interesting. So it looks like it's going to be Ashland versus Auburn next week. Wahoo versus Boys Town. Lakeview versus Central City in a really interesting matchup. Lakeview, Central City. One of those two teams could easily make it to the state championship game.
Falcons with a throw and a reception. Be able to move the stick, so they're now at the 40-yard line.
And you got Sidney Shadron going to duel it up again for the second time in a couple weeks. So the playoffs are, looks like the chalk is holding unless Lakeview gets upset by SCOTUS. That would be a huge upset because they put it to them pretty good the first time they played. And Lakeview's a pretty good team.
Able to get through some blockers, still on his feet, gets to the 50-yard line and gets another first down.
And we got some young dudes out there on the field, it looks like. Looks like we pulled those seniors and got some young guys out there running the show. Looks like we got one senior. We got Graham Nutzman out there holding it down.
Yep.
James Gaskins, Owen States, kind of getting everybody lined up. You got to have somebody to get everyone lined up. And if you're a senior and you're kind of a guy that fills in, now is your time to shine.
Single receiver on the two receivers on the far side. Snap comes in. Comes around the near side, gets around a couple of blockers, but
nice job by Josh Fox and James Gaskins right there. That looked like it was going to be a pretty good play.
It did look like it was going to be a good play, held to 3.
Yep, they kind of doubled G Nuts there and got him pushed down inside, so they had the edge all to themselves, and Josh and James made a nice play to keep that limited. Because
that would have been that was their traditional second quarter, first and 7-yard gain off the first.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I think they still have their starter in at quarterback, but he isn't a senior. He's a sophomore, I believe. Oh, pressure on him.
The throw goes to the far side, was caught and short of the first down.
And DC West I think we talked about this last time when we were in Valley. They
are
a fairly young team overall. They're building a lot. And although they do have a chunk of seniors, a lot of their main playmakers are underclassmen. So they're looking to build momentum leading into the future.
And that's the thing that we talk about all the time for DC West is that it is actually on the build with all their sports. You look at softball. First time ever to state and go to the championship game, be runner-up. But
absolutely,
it's just showing the strength in what they're building. Quarterback keeps and runs, able to get a first down and then some.
So they're fighting.
Down to 2 minutes left of the game.
And once again, you get in that scenario where it's like, we don't want to give up this shutout. We want to keep that shutout because our defensive our defensive starters have only given up a handful of touchdowns this season.
Yeah.
And so now we got the young bucks out there trying to hold that tradition up and see if we can get out of this first round with a shutout, which would be huge, but very difficult against these athletes over here on the other side.
Receiver on the near side and on the short side.
There you go, Graham.
Throw
nice
is
pressure there.
Too high.
Oh, white hat goes down.
Yep.
Quarterback ran into the white hat, and he took a tumble at the 50. Hopefully he's okay. We don't want Rachel going out there after a referee. There we go. He's good. That quarterback.
Brush him off.
That quarterback rolled out, and Graham was right there. He did a great job staying home. He didn't go running inside, and he put pressure on that guy, and the official just couldn't get out of the way in time. And Graham pressured him, and he threw it away. Otherwise, he might have had a nice gain there.
Yeah, the officials love them or hate them, but they have a tough job, and they are there to be able to make sure that the game is played right. Good quick throw up the middle.
Yeah, and those guys, a lot of those guys aren't 23 years old. They're dudes who've been around for a while, so getting out of the way of a high-speed high school kid is tricky.
So 3rd and 4 on the 23-yard line, 26 seconds left of the game.
And this one went quick. I thought the third quarter didn't go as fast as I thought it would, but this fourth quarter is gone. We just need to
tipped
there we
up
go.
And going after it. But so 4th and 4.
DJ Ohm right there. Or no, that's not DJ. Whoever 59 is. I think that's Jade Molly. What a dream that would be to catch a tip ball if you're a defensive lineman.
That's right. And that is the game.
Hey, on to the second round.
On to the second round. So again, we have Boys Town coming here next week. And you'll be able to, again, watch that on all of our channels. So I think we figured this all out so you can watch it every direction. I looked earlier, and there was like 850 of you, and that I know that keeps climbing. So, again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to the sponsors both for Wahoo Public, the Booster Club, and for DC West for supporting the students, the athletes, the kids. Again, we just look forward to continue bringing the coverage. For now, it would have been for either team. If either team would have won, we would have followed along. But for the Warriors, as they continue onward, we will continue to do video coverage as far as we can. And when we can't, we will do an audio stream with the scorebug only on there, so be able to give everybody the direct access and be able to still be a part of the activities without having to pay for it. So,
and if you're a little bit tech savvy, you can pause the video and wait till we catch up, and then you can have buzz to both worlds, kind of like the old days with
That's exactly
football.
right, yeah. So again.
There we go. Picture of a picture right here.
You're taking a picture of a picture.
I'm taking a picture of a picture so I can get it out on the Instagram of this wonderful Warrior victory right here. Great job tonight. Really complete game overall. Some really crazy stuff that happened, but we had good plays, offense, defense, and special teams. And we got, good Lord, that was Noah doing a backflip over there in the huddle. So we
hey, kids, don't hurt yourselves before the next game.
Don't twist your ankle doing a cartwheel loop.
Right.
That is not something we want to talk to Rachel about after the game.
Exactly,
so that's just.
I would not want to be anybody that hurts themselves doing something ill-advised this week.
And really the chess match and the real work begins because we were, this was pretty much a team that we felt we could win decisively against. But from here on out, there is no tomorrow. I mean, there is every play is important. Next week, those Cowboys are athletic as heck. They have two guys that are getting FBS looks. And one of them, I believe, already took an offer to K-State. And, the other one has been looked at by Nebraska and a lot of guys. So they have speed to burn, much like we do. And it will be a really great, high-level, great high school football game environment here at Wahoo next week. So,
again, congratulations to the Falcons for getting to this point and building a program that they have a starting point to be able to continue building. We look forward to next year. And, of course, again, congratulations to the Warriors as, they are looking to be able to finish what they started last year.
We're hoping to play 13 and win the 13th. Yeah, you want to win that last game. and everybody does. But yeah, really, the Falcons, they were 3-3 after our game, and it was not looking good, and they had to win out, and they did, and they get here. And so you end up a season, you start 3-3, and it looks rough, but they were a play away from beating Ashland. They were really close to beating a lot of good teams this year. So they showed signs tonight, so close to really great football, and they've made a lot of strides over there. So they have some optimism for the future.
Right. So if you're Boys Town, you look at this tape, and then you're Ashland Greenwood, you're looking at this tape.
Yeah. Ashland knows what we have because we're familiar with them, and they're familiar with us. And they remember playing us. Boys Town is kind of like, okay, now let's take a look at this Wahoo team. And in full disclosure, I'm guessing if you were a Boys Town coach, you probably had film of us already.
Oh, definitely.
Because they had a good opponent tonight in Cozad, but they were thinking, okay, Wahoo's going to be there in the second round. What do we need to do? Let's start looking at it, get our mind right. And then on Monday, it's full go. The guys will be at school Sunday night doing a lot of film. Saturday, when the Huskers aren't playing, they're going to be breaking down film, looking at our film from tonight. Kids are going to be talking to Rachel about bumps and bruises.
Yep.
It's a 7-day-a-week job right now until Thanksgiving. And
it is. Everything
you got is all about this Friday night coming up next. So every week it's just 1-0.
1-0.
And it's a fantastic day, a great day to be a Warrior, and the road to Lincoln still comes through Wahoo.
Yep.
So.
No matter what, it still comes through Wahoo.
Yep.
So again, we'll be back next week with the coverage of that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to head out to Holdridge tomorrow for the volleyball game. But again, if they do continue, also we'll be down in Lincoln.
Yeah, that's next week, right?
That's next week,
Absolutely.
starting Wednesday for volleyball. So we could be bringing you coverage on that as well. So again, it's right around the corner. It's that season. We have, again, great athletes, great students, and we just want to be able to bring the attention and the support to them. So
what a week we have next week, Kelly.
I know.
We've got the Supreme Court is coming to Wahoo High School and holding a court session in our theater. And so our American government kids and other kids interested in that field are going to get to sit in on a legit Supreme Court case where there's 2 different cases involved. One of them is a murder case.
Wow.
So it'll be amazing. The security is going to be wild around here.
Yeah. So I can't just run around with my cameras, I'm sure.
Fantastic. The public is invited up to that theater, but there is going to be a lot of security, so you're going to have to come early. But the Supreme Court on Monday. Tuesday we have the election.
Yes.
And I'm so happy I won't get any of those stupid cards in the mail or phone calls
or
and text messages. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
And then, Wednesday, potentially, we could be going to Lincoln for state.
Could be at Pinnacle Bank. Or
it could be a couple days in Lincoln. Maybe 3 days in Lincoln. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then here we are Friday night. Boom.
Back into football.
And we're back into football. And, we'll snap our fingers and it'll be Christmas break. It'll be crazy.
Oh, don't say that. I haven't even started shopping yet.
They're getting snow up in South Dakota, so they're probably already thinking about it. But, yeah.
I have family in Minnesota got 8 inches of snow after 2 inches of rain.
That's not something we're ready for.
No.
This wild fall has been great for football.
It has been. So let's keep that weather going.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. So again, back here next week, a lot of coverage on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. Thank you, John, for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me. I love it.
I'm Kelly Johnson, and we'll see you next time, everybody.